So what's my best tip, or tips so to speak, for growing plants when it's really humid and rainy and you know you've got all these different fungal diseases and things around and things are going funky and it's just not looking good. And well, we've had a lot of rain here. As you know, if you've been watching the channel, it's been absolutely bonkers. And yep, I'm gonna get the umbrella. We're out into the rain and this is the front garden. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk right around. So I really wanna share as much advice as possible to help people understand about building their garden environment to handle all the elements, even, you know, the heat, the rain, the whole lot. I might miss a few points because I'm just going through here and showing you my space. This is the compost that I sell at the front here. Look at this stuff. This is gold. And this is all a part of it, right? You've got to have a good quality medium. Now, I don't want to get my hands wet because I'm filming. And that's not going to go down too well, walking around with dirty hands in the rain while I'm filming. So, soil is really important. You've got to have something that drains away really well. It's getting harder, the rain's getting harder. Hopefully the old umbrella hangs in there. So you've got to have a soil that drains away really well, good drainage, and you don't want water sort of sitting around the bottom of plants and things like that. So when it gets hot, it creates all that steamy humidity again. So what I do is I sell a compost that really helps people solve that problem. A lot of nutrition, which means really healthy plants. So when you've got healthy plants, they actually have more, you know, it's like us. When we're well, we can battle all these colds and flus and viruses and diseases and things like that. And there's actually, when plants are really healthy, they get a lot more biology on the leaf. Oh, look at that big cucumber in there. Woo, baby, I didn't see you. They're always hiding. They're the master of disguise. We've got some okra and things ready to go. Now we do have one bird bath here. That's the only pond that we have around, so the birds can come and feed. And then they hang on these poles and jump down and grab insects and things like that. And they get up in these high trees and come down and grab insects and things. Now the concept is airflow, right? Because you get these diseases such as sooty mold, which gets onto these things like cucumbers or the cucurbit family. And once you've got it, you can just use a little bit of 10% milk, get on. If it gets really bad, you just got to bin the plant so it doesn't spread around. And it will get onto other plants if it starts growing like crazy. And you've got to have, the trick is good airflow. Now that's why that cucumber, I've got it growing, it was growing up the okra and then onto this pole here, because I know it's wet and there's a lot of good airflow, even though it's still raining here and it's been raining quite a lot. Now other plants that come from the tropics are used to more of a humid environment. Well, you don't have to worry about them as much. Like the papaya here, he's doing really, really well. And there's some big papaya under here. If we can get under around this side here, I'll give you a look. So yeah, if you've got a lot of humidity problems, oh, look at that, see? Whoa, and then in there, that's a yellow passion fruit. There's the papaya in there. Oh, and then that's sort of half hanging over because of the storm. She got pretty windy and wild. And then we've got dragon fruit here as well, which, you know, they're more of a succulent really. They can handle the humidity though too. And we haven't had any fruit yet, but they're gonna climb up our tree there. And yeah, I reckon we'll have fruit next season, no problem. So, good airflow all around this house. I'm not blocking anything really, except over trapping some light and making sure no cool breezes get in here. Now another thing with the fruit trees is this tree needs a prune up through the center there, but it's only a small one in a pot. It's already had one set of fruit and we picked it off and ready to go. But yeah, good airflow around this mandarin fruit tree. And it's really, really important. Like even with this grevillea here, I moved some of the branches in the center, and we get the wild birds come down here and fly in there. They get into these flowers, eat the flowers, and then come and eat some insects. You know, they're what do they call them? Herbivores. Now look at this plant. This plant can handle the humidity as well. It's a coffee. And look at that. Oh, that red bean. Look at that. Isn't that gold? They're all going to go red. Shirley is so excited. She's like, Marty, we've got to roast them. We've got to roast them. We've got to do something about getting these. And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of work, hon. I'm just doing it for ornamental. But, hey, maybe we should. Anyone got any tips for that? Is it worth it? Look at that papaya. It can handle the humidity. The lemongrass can handle the humidity as well. They're growing in big pots there. And, you know, we do keep them spaced apart a bit. And they're yet to have a harvest on them. We're going to be making some soups and different stir fries and things. Now, I've got to go through the gate here. We're going to go down into the backyard, talk about the backyard space a bit. And, yeah, we need to talk more about humidity and those things and getting airflow. So we've got the jungle up the side here, which is the food forest that we're building going up the north side of the house. Generally in the east coast you'd have it up the south side, but we've got this big fence over here and a big shed, and it doesn't really get a lot of light, so that was the space that we had to work with. Now we've got the fruit trees right in the center of the yard. Now most people say, why haven't you got them in the side with the food forest? Well, these ones, you know, I want to take care of them differently, and this one's about 12 foot high. It's been in the ground for a year and a half now, probably. And then the mandarin over here is about to go, and the chickens are hiding because it's raining. They're over there underneath their little coop there, getting out of the rain. And these plants as well, betel leaf, which is an amazing plant. It grows like a strawberry along the ground and really good to eat. And you just make little wraps out of the leaves and you can steam it and stuff. And, you know, now we've got an avocado here. These guys don't like the rain. I don't know if this one will survive here. We'll have to wait and see. So, the 3 tips. Got to have really good water drainage. You don't want to have water sitting around. And you want to make sure that you got good airflow and you got good sunlight coming in. Now, if you've got a lot of humidity and no airflow and no light, you're just going to create fungal problems. And so a lot of people will use copper. That's the one that they use mostly on different types of fruit trees, such as mangoes and not so much avocados, but papaya. Like, we get pretty humid here and we get this black spot on our papaya here. Hoping that's not going to happen this season. We're just heading around to the backyard. We've got pumpkins growing all through here. This is a bit of a wild spot. We just put the pumpkins in. And then we've got our mango. So we're at the back of the chicken coop here. We've got a mango here that we just pruned and lopped it back, and we're letting it grow again, getting new leaders on it. That'll produce food. And we did the same with the guava here. Now, all these plants, they can handle the humidity, including the bananas at the back. So look, if you're really struggling at certain times, you're going, I don't know what to do, just don't plant those plants at the time. Just go with what you know is going to grow. I can push it around the edges a bit more because I'm horticulturist in organics, you know, and it's something that I do. And look at that. I grow lots of food. And look, I'm not always successful. I have a lot of failure as well, especially in this weather like this. We've got more bananas up there. Wow, that's a really big hand of bananas. Hopefully that's coming out on the camera because we're just shooting on the GoPro. I've heard that people are watching TV more on YouTube than they are on their phone now. How's that? I think it's something like 30% more on the stats. So that is just amazing. Let me know if that's you, if you're watching this on a TV or you prefer to watch it. I'm just going into the dark spot underneath the palm tree there. All right, I'd love to know what you got to hear. I'd love to hear any more advice that you've got to share about humidity and plants and different things like that, and what you do at your place to avoid those problems. And look, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing here and showing you how to grow lots and lots of fresh, healthy food at home. Look at my place. Yep, it's autumn. she's gardening, and I'm growing on. I'm gonna drop the umbrella and say goodbye. Have a great day. Happy gardening. We'll see you at the next video real soon. I hope you got some value out of that one. Bye for now.